Hi, my name's Arthur. This is my wife, Kathy, and we've been attending Trinity since 2016. So there have really been three eras to our giving as a family. The first one was during the 20 years that we were raising our kids, and money was pretty tight. And it was a real challenge to give during those years, especially at the beginning. It felt like a discipline to give, but over time, we started to really experience thankfulness because we saw how God was providing for us year after year. There were many times when we felt like we were giving and not really able to save very much, and that there was a tension in that. But at the same time, we also experienced a number of miracles along the way. The one that I remember the most was a time when we actually moved into our current house. Like a lot of people, we stretched to buy that house. And then once we moved in, we started to experience a lot of expenses that we hadn't really expected. And around that exact same time, God unexpectedly moved me into a new job. And we were able to cover those expenses. And personally, I experienced that as His grace.
In the last 10 years, we've started to see God's hand of provision come through insofar as that we've been able to save a little bit for retirement. I started to get a little concerned where we were going to be financially. And it got to be very apparent that God really had us, and He was providing for us in a way that we had never seen before. So we sort of moved from a place of discipline in giving to a place of real joy, because we were able to see His hand in providing for us and also providing opportunities for us to give. And we started to have joy in kind of seeing what He was going to put in front of us. There's a generosity in spirit that it's not just financial, but it's also generous with your time and your talent. And I feel like Trinity does have that. We give of our time, and we give of our talent, and we show up and we volunteer, and we show up not just in church and volunteer, but we show up in the community and volunteer. And I think that makes an impact in the whole community. And that generosity of spirit is what's going to fuel us to be really special in the community.
So now we're entering a third era, looking ahead to when I retire. And we're going to be pivoting from a time when we've lived out of income to a time when we're living out of assets, what we've been able to save. And I must say I'm experiencing that as something of a challenge. I'm realizing that we're going to have to go back to trusting Him in a very real way, not just what we can live off of, but what we can give, because we have drawn so much real joy from being able to do that. I'm actually looking forward to this, which may sound odd, but I'm excited for that challenge of really having to trust Him.
It's going to be great.